This is a week of having Sisterlocks. So my babies were born on September 1st, 2022. And it is 1 week later and I'm in love with them. I love them. Hello, welcome back to my channel. As you can see by the title of this video is gonna be a little different from the content that I have posted in the past. As you can see, I have started a new journey. I am officially a part of the Sisterlocks community, the Lock community, the Lock family, what have you. And I decided that I wanted to document this journey here on my channel. So here we are. I did not construct a script or anything for this video, so we're just gonna go with it. Because I feel like this is such like a broad topic and people have so many questions about locking their hair, especially like right now. I know when I was searching for videos and searching, doing my research and everything, I had so many questions. So to keep this video from being so long, I decided to break it down into 2 parts. So with that being said, why did I decide to get Sisterlocks? So in all honesty, full transparency here, this maybe like back in 2009, back when I was still in college and undergrad, I was, you know, getting ready for class one day and I was watching Judge Mathis, okay? And one of the, I don't know whether it was the plaintiff or the defendant, honey, but sis had some Sisterlocks. Did I know what they were at that time? I did not. I thought they were like just really small, pretty braids. Like I could tell they were smaller than micro braids. So, but I didn't know what they were, and I was just like, oh my gosh, those are so pretty. So I started to research back then, like Googling, trying to find different pictures and stuff. And so I really don't know how I came to the knowledge that it was a form of locked hair, but I later found out that they were Sisterlocks. And so I kind of shied away from them because they were more of a permanent decision. At that time, I was not ready for a permanent decision regarding my hair. So I just kind of, you know, brushed it under the rug, kept going, getting my relaxers. At that time I was still relaxed, and getting my sew-ins, whatnot. Later on, this is the second time that I have went natural. So I went natural in 2013 and 14. I transitioned, and it was so stressful for me to maintain my natural hair. At that time, we just had our son, and I had just started teaching, so I felt like I needed to look put together even with my natural hair. So it was really stressful to me to keep up with my natural hair. So I stayed natural for about, I think I gave it 2 years. I gave it 2 years, and when I found out that we were pregnant with our second child, our oldest daughter, I went back to the relaxer. I was like, I don't have time. I'm just stressed. I really could not maintain it. So I went back to a relaxer. And I wore a relaxer on up until around 2019. So it was just easy for me. I would just, you know, wrap my hair at night and go. I then decided that when we moved to Houston, I was having a hard time finding someone to do my hair in the transition because, you know, didn't know anyone in here, still trying to figure out the area, things like that. So I was also in the middle of a seborrheic dermatitis flare-up. So you may have seen it here along the edges, right here around my nape. I do get discoloration because I have a medical condition called seborrheic dermatitis. Some people call it seborrheic dermatitis. Some people say seborrheic, seborrheic. I've heard it pronounced so many different ways, but that's what it is. It's extreme flakiness, and it can cause discoloration, which is, it happens to me. I was having a bad flare-up when we first moved, and so I was looking for someone to do my hair. I wanted to get a relaxer, but I couldn't find anyone that would put one on my head because they were afraid that, you know, my inflamed scalp would become more irritated, which I can understand, and I do thank them for that. But I was so blessed to find a stylist that she does natural hair and she specializes in the health of your hair. So I let her talk me into going natural, which I was so glad that I did, because she took such great care of my hair, my natural hair at that. I was a straight natural. I rarely ever wore my hair in natural styles. I would only do a twist out if I had to, but I was a straight natural. It was either straight natural or like sew-in or a unit or something for me. But even though it's easier to manage straight hair, and I feel like only a black woman will understand where I'm coming from when I say this, it's still stressful. As a matter of fact, me and one of my friends were discussing this. She's a stylist as well, and she made the comment that black women are the only race that we really just have to stress about our hair the way that we do. We have to do so much to our hair to feel presentable, to be deemed presentable by society's standards of beauty. And so it just, while my stylist is because I still, you know, communicate with her, absolutely wonderful, it was just so stressful for me, because I also have 2 daughters, and they have heads full of thick hair too, and their mother is not a hair person. So me learning to do their hair was also like it's been a learning experience. It's been a process for me. So, you know, that was a stress point for me. So one day I was on a play date with one of my oldest daughter. Went on a play date with one of her friends, and her mom actually has Sisterlocks too. So we were talking, and I was just talking about, you know, how I was trying to learn how to French braid my daughter's hair, both of them, and I was practicing on them, and you know how kind of stressful it gets for me to do their hair, and I'm not naturally gifted in the hair department. And she was saying, girl, just get you some locks, lock your hair. And I was like, say what now? I was like, explain. So of course she has Sisterlocks, and she explained to me like her process, how it's basically freed up some of her time, giving her hair freedom, you know, because she has a daughter too, and she has to do her daughter's hair as well. And I was like, okay. And then, you know, she explained to me the cost. And you know how all of that is calculated and everything. So she gave me something to think about, and I was like, I saw this. I wanted these back in like 2009. I saw these, but I didn't want to get locked in. I'm at a completely different point in life now. So it became a serious consideration for me. So y'all, I literally spent the last, I think me and her had this conversation. I think she and I had this conversation last July. I think from last July until now, I just researched. I probably watched every Sisterlock video YouTube has to offer. I probably researched every loctician in the Houston area. Did every Sisterlock photo on Instagram and Pinterest. And it was a no-brainer for me. Now there was a season where I was kind of thinking about getting micro locks, but for the type of hair that I have, I ultimately came to the decision that Sisterlocks would be better for me. So, and I don't want to get into like the difference between the two. There's so many videos here on YouTube that thoroughly explain that, but I just decided that for me, Sisterlocks would be the better option. And I also talked it over with my loctician as well, and she agreed. So after I made the decision that yes, I'm going to lock my hair. I'm going to lock my hair. I had already started kind of saving up my money, and because Sisterlocks is an investment, just gonna put it out there. Sisterlocks is a large investment. To me, it's worth it. To me, it's been worth it. So I started researching. As I was researching locticians, I had followed a few in the Houston area that I felt like I liked their work, and you know, the amount of knowledge that they provided about Sisterlocks on their social platforms. I had a consultation with a micro locks consultant as well as a Sisterlocks consultant. Obviously I went with the Sisterlocks consultant. She gave me the option that with the texture of my hair, wait, I'm getting into the process right now. Okay. So just to make a long story kind of short, not really short, maybe a little longer. After talking to my friend about her Sisterlocks installation and, you know, how she enjoys it, how she loves it, I ultimately decided that this was the right thing for me, that I was going to lock my hair. I'm getting ready to change my camera battery because it's flashing at me, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Let's talk about the process. So I'm going to just say that my process actually started at consultation. I went on 2 consultations. I went on a consultation for MicroLocks and another one for Sisterlocks. The MicroLock consultation that I went on was done by a loctician that only specifically did MicroLock, starting with the twists. She did amazing work. So I wanted to get her viewpoint and kind of analyze that process for my hair, as well as get the viewpoint of a Sisterlock consultant as well. So I then, about 2 weeks later, I went on my Sisterlock consultation, and my Sisterlock consultant, she actually also does MicroLocks as well. So she does Sisterlocks, she does MicroLocks, and she starts her MicroLocks with interlocks as well as the twist and braid locks. So she does it all. So we talked about the processes that may be better for my hair. So when I went to my consultation, what she did was she measured the length of my hair, because your price is determined by the length of your hair. And she also looked at the density of my hair. So I do not have 4C natural hair. My natural hair in some spots is like a 4B, 4A. And up top is kind of like a, I think like she said, like a 3C. Because it's not as dense and as coarse at the top. So she suggested for my hair type, the best options would be Sisterlocks or MicroLock started with interlocks, or even braid locks, because the twist with how fine my hair is, the twist might have unraveled. And if you've done like your research, you would know that the unraveling of your locks, you know, when they have to repair them, that can cost more money later on down the road. So we just decided that that's not the best option for me. So quite naturally, Sisterlocks is what I originally wanted. So to me, the price difference was not, it wasn't that big of a price difference for me between the MicroLocks and the Sisterlocks. So I went with the Sisterlocks for my hair. Now my hair measured at 16 inches in some spots and 15 inches in others. So again, that's how my price was determined. I do not know how many locks I have. We did not count them. I don't know if I'm ever gonna count them because I don't know. So if you're wondering, I don't know how many locks I have. And I might not ever count them. I don't know. If I do, I'll put it here. But so that was consultation day. The consultation was about 30 minutes. And I liked her style. What she did like 6 or 8 tester locks right back here, and like kind of like in the back of my nape area right back here, to kind of see how my hair would behave with the Sisterlocks. And we set my installation for 2.5 weeks later. And so I went in for my installation. We allotted 3 days originally to complete my hair. So we originally calculated, well she did, that it would take at least like 24 hours to complete my hair. But we were actually done in like 16, yeah, I think 16 hours. So the second day, she was working. She was working, we were watching Netflix, we were chit-chatting, and before we knew it, we were done. So it for everyone, it's gonna be different. So some people it takes 3 days. I've seen some videos where some people said that their hair took 4 days. So it all depends on your hair. Everyone is different. That's the thing about your lock journey, like with Sisterlocks, it's gonna be different for everyone. So one thing that I did when I was researching, I would look for people with hair that kind of match the texture of my hair. So me watching a video of someone with 4C natural hair getting Sisterlocks, is not really going to give me a good depiction of what my locks might look like, because I don't have 4C natural hair. So I had to look for other options. So I suggest, if that's something that you're looking for, definitely try to look for people that has the same texture as you. And I mean, your hair's still not going to look the same, because everybody's hair is different, everybody's head shape is different, everybody has different length. It's going to be different, but it'll give you an idea. But my process, I have absolutely no complaints about my process. My loctician is absolutely amazing. She is very well aware of my scalp condition with the seborrheic dermatitis. She is okay with me washing my hair as needed. She told me how to do that safely to try to prevent slippage. I know a lot of people say locks is no maintenance. I don't think it's no maintenance. I would say it's low maintenance. For me, it's low maintenance. For some people, it may be no maintenance, but for me, it's low. I do braid and band my hair each night. The past few nights, I've been rolling them with some perm rods, my ends, but I still braid them to kind of keep my ends curly. Simply because when I was not doing that, when I was just braiding and banding them, they started to get frizzy throughout the day. And I did not like the frizzy look. So I found that rolling them kind of helped it out a little bit. My loctician actually has a product that she makes herself. It's kind of like a moisturizing spray for your locks and for your scalp. So I've been using that along with the braiding and rolling at the ends, and I feel like for my locks to be a week old, that they are flourishing very well, that they are very pretty, and I like the look that they're giving me. Now, I am a little scalpy. I know everyone says, you know, it's in the beginning to expect a scalpy. I'm definitely, in my opinion, very scalpy. So the thing with Sisterlocks is they are going to swell over time. So it's a process, you know. I'm excited to see how they change, how they swell, how they grow. I'm excited to see what my hair does with the process, because I'm all in. Now, I have also been told that, hey, if you don't like the scalpy look, you can wear a wig over it. You can put you a unit on over it. Honestly and truthfully, I have no desire to do that, because I really do like my locks. Like, I really like them. And I honestly think it's because I spent so much time researching. I think it's because I prepared myself. I kind of knew what it would be like. I prepared myself for the scalpy phase. Now, as far as my edges go, before I got Sisterlocks, I do have a lot of thinning on my edges because of the seborrheic dermatitis, and of course having children, getting braids, sew-ins, things like that. All that tension it does wear on your scalp. But I lost most of my edges due to the seborrheic dermatitis condition. So I have a spot over here, and I have a few spots right here that she did not lock. She just like braided them very loosely, so that if and when, because we are claiming that they will start to grow, she will eventually lock those and fill those in as needed. But right now, to not put any more tension on those areas of my scalp, they're like very loosely braided, and I'm okay with that. You really can't even tell. Okay, so yeah, so I have a spot right there, and then this over here as well. I feel like there's something else that I'm forgetting to say. What is it? I am forgetting something. Shoot, I hate when that happens. And like I said, I didn't take notes this time. That's what I get. I think I want to continue to update you all about my locks and just document the journey for my own purposes as well. I'll probably do another update at 1 month, and then I'll just see where I go from there. I now remember what it was that I was gonna say. Getting Sisterlocks has allowed me to be able to freely wear my natural hair without adding a lot of synthetic hair to my hair and a lot of extra products, because it does, when I was doing that, it did irritate my scalp and cause a lot of inflammation. So I feel like I'm giving my scalp a chance to heal by wearing my natural hair. Y'all, the beauty of this is that my locks, it's just me. It's just me. This is my hair. It's going to get an opportunity to do what it was designed to do. Your hair is you. It's your natural hair. And I'm just, you know, I'm just gonna let my babies here just do their thing, you know. I want to name them. I want to give them a name. I want to give my locks a name. So the next update, you know, they might have one. She might have one. Well, my next update is gonna be after my first retie. My loctician suggested that I come in for a retie at my first retie at 4 weeks. So I will update you all after that. So that is all for today's video. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.